Hey guys, I'm Chris Buck, and a very warm welcome to Friday Fretworks, and this week, the last Friday Fretworks. So first and foremost, it's not clickbait. I'm going to knock Friday Fretworks on the head, unfortunately. If I'm entirely honest with myself, I think this is probably a decision that's been coming for a little while now, but for whatever reasons, I've been ploughing on making them for the past couple of months, even though my heart wasn't necessarily in it. And thus, I think that's probably a good time to call time, as it were, on Friday Fretworks, at least in terms of it being a structured, weekly, regimented thing. Of course, that's not to say that I'm not going to make the occasional video. Ironically, I'm actually enjoying the process of making videos and editing them and generally being creative in that realm. A little bit more at the moment than I have done at various points in the past. But I think the commitment of near enough 7 years, actually, come to think of it, of doing pretty much a weekly episode of Friday Fretworks has finally taken its toll, especially in parallel to all of the other things that happen in my life at the moment that weren't necessarily happening in the past, whether that's family or whether that's being in an incredibly busy touring band. Obviously, I've mentioned it a few times recently, but myself and my band Cardinal Black are going to be heading out on tour at the start of October. And in one way or another, I'm not going to be continuously home again until about mid-December, actually, come to think of it. Whether that's through our own headline stuff or whether that's jumping straight on the back of a European run of support shows with Miles Kennedy. And then we're over to Ireland with Miles Kennedy as well. Now, I'm obviously making Friday Fretworks on the road isn't an issue. I've done that quite a lot in the past, whether it's tour vlogs, whether it's gear breakdowns, live setups, or just a typical episode of Friday Fretworks from a hotel room. But the prospect of doing that for, I guess, 2.5 months, during which time I'll be bouncing from the van to a venue to a hotel room to a van to a venue to a hotel room to home for a couple of days, repeat rinse ad nauseum, kind of a little bit daunting if I'm entirely honest, which, coupled with, to be brutally honest, the fact that YouTube, for whatever reason, seems to have seen fit to slash how much they want to pay me for an average episode of Friday Fretworks, kind of makes all that effort a little bit harder to justify. Honestly, that's not me moaning, that's not me whinging. I've had an absolute blast on YouTube, and Friday Fretworks has been a lifesaver on more than one occasion, but all in, kind of time does feel ripe just to call it a day. Now, as much as every time you log into YouTube's Creator Hub, it loves to remind you of the importance of taking a break, or how to avoid creative burnout. All of that sounds lovely, but unequivocally, it punishes you for a lack of consistency. And honestly, I'll be the first to hold my hands up and say that I guess the last 18 months, 2 years, have been anything but consistent in terms of my upload schedule. I guess the reasons for that, as far as YouTube are concerned, are kind of irrelevant, but it's been my dad's illness and his death. It's been the band being so busy touring and recording. There's been a lot going on personally, and it's been immensely frustrating at various points to feel as though you are, I guess, at the mercy of a platform which undoubtedly rewards quantity over quality. Now, of course, I do try and maintain a quality, but that is easier said than done with such a regimented weekly upload schedule. And I think by taking a step back from that, hopefully it'll mean the videos that I do make are ones that I'm passionate about, and ultimately are just better videos as a consequence. happens, I think this is probably as opportune a moment as ever to say thank you. I've said it countless times in interviews in the past, but I have YouTube to thank for any number of the incredibly cool things which have happened in my life, especially in recent years. Whether that's in a very literal sense, like the first video that I did with Paul Davids, which sent my channel through the roof, or whether it's more intangible, I guess, like the opportunities that it's given me to work with incredibly cool brands. Literal dreams come true, whether it's Yamaha, or Fender, Victory, Ernie Ball, Line 6, whoever. As much as I have maybe a somewhat proficiency as a guitarist, I'm under no illusion that my value to those brands is as someone with a fairly extensive digital reach within that realm. Great guitar players attain a penny, but someone who can sit down and address a camera somewhat eloquently, or maybe hold a room at a clinic, are of tremendous value to brands. So as much as I undoubtedly have my frustrations with YouTube, it has sent some incredibly cool opportunities my way. Ultimately, though, YouTube as a platform would be absolutely nothing without you guys, the people that watch and share and interact and like and subscribe and post and comment on my videos every single week. And for that, I'm truly, eternally grateful. It's really hard to know what to say other than thank you, I guess. Thank you for sharing this with me for the last 7 years. Unbelievably. It's been a true privilege, an honour and a joy. Honestly, I've loved pretty much absolutely every single second of it. I'm going to sign off now for a little while, but if for some strange reason you are at a loss as to what to do on Friday without seeing my ugly mug, stick around on my channel next week for something which is pretty much going to be happening all weekend without being able to say too much. I'm going to sign off now, but as ever, thank you very much. I'm Chris Buck. This has been Friday Fretworks. Thank you so much. I'll see you soon.